Today is the day. We have finally, after years of saving, purchased our own property and land. So in this episode, we're going to be moving in, showing you around the place a little bit, and the best news, it has a huge shed, so we're going to be doing a shed fit out, build up and set up episode. Proudly supported by Opus Campers, Ultimate 9, Superior Engineering, GME, and in part by. So we only picked up the keys for this property yesterday. Yesterday was settlement date, and then today we're moving in. The removalists are back at our other place packing, and then Demi, myself and Berto have come out with all the cars and loads of stuff. So I'll film what I can. But yeah, today is fairly chaotic, but I'll show you around the place a little bit. So this is the house itself. It's a bit of an older house, but it's still really nice and redone inside. And then it's on a concrete slab, brick, veneer, all around. So she's nice and sturdy, concrete tile roof. And then this is all our land here. So we got just over 20,000 square meters. So a lot of grass to mow. So that's going to be on the list of things to organise in the next week or two, is a nice big ride-on lawnmower, and the kids will be keeping busy doing that all the time. But it gives us a huge amount of space for the kids to get out and play and enjoy it, and us to expand if we need. This is obviously all the back seating area. There's the living rooms and the bedrooms down the other end of the house. This is a nice 10-metre saltwater pool, this one is. And then over there, we have the big 3-bay shed, which is just over 100 metres squared.
Don't go over there, that's my area.
So stay away from there.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Demi's over here unpacking the 80. You keen for the new house?
We bought a house.
Yep. So we're going to keep unpacking the vehicles and setting up. Obviously I'm not going to film any of that because we're not a removalist channel. I'm sure you guys don't care. But from here we'll start going into this shed. So the plan with this shed is it is pretty big. It's 3-bay. The third one over there is a single bay, and then that's a double bay, like a big open area there. Actually, I'll open up the shed and show it. Okay. Mate, we're going to have a look. You haven't seen the shed yet.
No, I haven't. Let's go.
Let's have a look inside.
First impressions, mate.
So this is Berto's new workstation where he can continue the ute build.
You could have cleaned the gutters out for me.
Yeah, I could have done it, mate. We'll get you up there. So this is the double bay area, and then through that door is the single bay area. So this is probably going to be like the main work area with the tools and the hoist. Yes, we are getting a hoist. And then this will be more like storage, and I don't know, we'll figure out what's going to go in this bay. So the hoist is going to go in. Now, very lucky for us, the guy across the road is a hoist installer. So he's coming over this halfway to do it. We bought a hoist off him and that. He wanted to do the hoist first, and then after he does the hoist, we're going to acid wash and paint all these floors like a nice factory paint. But he said paint them after, because he's going to use a little machine to put the hoist up, and he didn't want to wreck our nicely painted floors.
This is nice concrete too.
So then the first step is the hoist and paint all the shed floor, and then the next step will be get a concrete slab out here, because once it rains heaps, this gets a bit damp out here and we don't want to be driving in and out of mud. So we're going to get a big concrete slab here, and then we'll bring it out over here too, and probably put like a shelter off the edge so we can like store cars and have a bit of an outdoor workspace there. And then eventually the long-term plan will be we can expand, maybe put another shed there or something, and you know, at least we got the land and it's ours, so we can build it up over time.
I'm impressed.
So I think the next stuff we'll film, we'll see if Darren lets us film a bit of this hoist going in this afternoon.
Yeah, you'll be getting keen, mate.
We're both keen.
I'm keen, mate. I can start making stuff with a hoist and that. I'm crawling around. I'm going to have to call up SP, send that creeper back. I'm never going to need to use it again. Say hello to my little friend.
You started working with me 18 months ago.
I said if you don't have a hoist by 12 months, I'm going to f*** off. That's where I am. I'm still here. I finally got a hoist, so thankful for that.
The day's come. So what did we get anyway? Do you want to tell everyone what this hoist is?
I don't know exactly. I think it's maybe a tough lift.
Yeah,
it's a 4-ton open, like a clear floor, so there's no bump in the middle for the cables. They go all over the top.
Yeah.
So easy to push dead cars in, which, you know, we have pretty often hanging out with Jeep people. But yeah, so 4-ton, big, heavy 2-poster.
They're beautiful, but you know, nice big shed, heaps of room to put it. So we're just going to put it in this right side here. And we're just discussing as well, we may even pull this middle wall out at some point and just open up the whole space. It might be better, but we're still working that out. But the hoist will go here. And mate, that's going to be a whole big upgrade for what we can do on the channel. Darren, who's installing it, he just had to walk back over the road to grab a couple of things. So we'll try and film a few bits and pieces while Darren installs it. So it'll take him a few hours, most of the arvo. So hook in, mate. He's the professional, I'm just here helping. Yeah, he's the certified one. He said get a Stanley knife and cut this open. I didn't get a Stanley knife, but I'm cutting it open. So. I've already not listened to him. So you could have a go at installing a hoist yourself, but being that we're, you know, running a business here and you don't want, I want a professional to do it and certified and everything. And, yeah, you've got to get it certified, which is what the main reason. So that's the two main beams standing up there. There's obviously a heap of parts to assemble it all. We've made a decision to put it in the center of the shed, and we're going to pull down this wall tomorrow. That's why it's very close to the wall, because then you'll come straight in this main door and straight in on it, and we'll just open up this shed. We've figured out that's going to be a much better space. That wall's not structural or anything. So what happens now, Berto? He drills into the concrete. So yeah, I think now we get some diamond bolts drilled in, bolted down, shim, because you're going to make them all level and flat and whatever. Bolt top on, put the hoist together, mate. Bob's your uncle, that's how you put a hoist in. How did you go? Update. The hoist is in, diamond bolted in, level, plumb. Look at it, it's beautiful, mate. Amazing. Now we're going to put a car in, make sure it works. We've already gone up with no car, we're going to put some weight on it, and you watch it work flawlessly. Day one at the new house, and the hoist was all installed. So another day in the shed. We've got the hoist installed. The next thing is remove this wall. It's got a couple of shelves on the outside. We're going to rip all that down, rip this whole thing down. It's going to make the shed big, open, better for filming, and it's just going to feel like a much bigger area. So it's going to be, I think it's the go. We have to now, we put the hoist there. I might just do a panel at a time. Now that I've got all the sheeting down, I'm going to rip off all these beams that go across. And the up one, it's not structural, it's just there to hold these on to hold the wall there. We don't need any of that anymore. So that's this whole wall pulled down. She's looking much better, mate. Big space in here now. So now we're just going to gut this whole thing out, pull out all these benches. We've got some house paints, tiles, different bits and pieces, and yeah, clean her right out, get ready for the next step. So the shed's all fully emptied out, mate. She's looking pretty nice. There's a little bench up the back there, but that won't be in our way for right now. So the next plan, we got raw concrete floor here, which we do want to paint. But before we paint it, we need to make sure it's perfectly clean and all that. We don't know what they've had on it. It doesn't look like there's any major oil spills, but this is a bit of hydrochloric acid. You mix this with water, put it on, give it a bit of a brush, hose it off, and then it'll be all prepped, ready for nice paint. They say to only leave it for about 15-20 minutes, so we're up to here and that section's already nearly coming up that 20-ish minutes, so we're just going to do it like half, hose all that off, slowly work our way through hosing all that, and then we'll do the rest here. So that's the whole floor now. It's obviously still drying out, but you can see in certain patches it's coming up nice and clean, but the main thing is it gets all the contaminants and all that off the concrete, get it ready for paint. So we just keep diluting it with water now and keep pushing it out, and then we'll go around and give the edges like a nice good spray off with water and all that, just to get all the residue off, because they say if you leave it to sit on metal it can start to corrode it. So that's the shed, all acid washed, wiped out, and then Berto gave all the walls a hose down as well to try and get as much dirt and grime out of as possible. It's come up pretty nice in there. What do you reckon, mate? Good job. So it's Friday afternoon now. We're just loading all this stuff up to go to the tip. We got the Jack Ute here and the trailer mate. They're both loaded up. We're going to leave that to dry over the weekend, and then we're going to come back Monday morning and begin painting.
To the pub. So, back again, another day at the shed. A bit more prep. What are we doing today?
Painting the shed floor, mate.
We're not even exactly painting it how we think we were going to. We ordered some paint, it didn't come in time. We have an end time to get out of the other place to get into here. So they had some epoxy, which we thought we could do this from the start, but I thought, no, I know how to do this other stuff. We'll get that. Didn't happen, so we're doing that now.
We got 3 kits of it because the kits do 40 square meters and this is a bit over 100 square meters. So we'll have enough to do it with a little bit extra. We're hoping that works out good.
I reckon if we do it slightly thicker than rolling it real thin, it'll end up probably being about bang on.
It costs about $1,000 with the paint, and we got a few painting tools like a thing to mix the paint and some containers, and you got a paintbrush over there. So this just gets rolled on, doesn't
Everyone
it?
just have a look, we got one roller. Why do we have one roller? Because there's only one bloke around here that does any work, and it's not Tyler. So he's going to stand there, point a camera, maybe chuck some sprinkles out like he's making fairy bread. Yeah. And we're going to get this thing done. But first up, I'm going to tape around all the edges, all the posts, the hoist, because we don't want to get epoxy all over our new fancy shed. Do a fucking good job too, don't do it like a stick. Swear to fucking God.
Should I do I'll do the walls or something?
No, you just, mate, it's not that hard. You can roll it out, you can push it on. Let's just say, if I can do it, anyone can do it, mate. I'm just a mechanic, remember?
I'm just a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's a funny way to spell dickhead. Mate, the viewers will love that one. They can relate.
You're just saying what everyone's feeling. So that's it, all taped around all the edges so the paint doesn't get on the hoist legs or up onto the walls. I did most of it, Berto just mostly stood around.
That's why it was pointing at me the whole time. I reckon you did the equivalent of one wall, and I've done like the other two.
I was just moving the camera around.
Yeah, were you? Yeah, you were constantly moving because I was working that quick.
Yeah. So unbox these paints now. What's in there? So a couple of tins, some flakes. So what's the flake thing? It just makes it look pretty.
Looks pretty. We got this. You know what that is?
What?
That's etched. We already acid etched it. We don't need it.
Get out of here.
We don't need it. So the instructions said, they give us instructions here.
Yeah.
But the instructions said don't use a drill to mix it. We bought one, so obviously I'm going to use it. They also say don't use chrome sockets on impacts, and
here we are.
We do it all the time. Both eyes. I think I'm pretty normal. Tyler's a bit strange, but that'll be why. So I don't know. I'm going to look up what's next. I reckon we just mix it in. We'll probably get some containers and separate that into different sections because we want to try and do that evenly. Otherwise, we'll have heaps of flake over here, run out, and no flake over there. It does say to only mix one kit at a time, so we might just do one, roll it on. You're going to walk around like one of them wedding Get Zeph in here and he's throwing the flowers out down the hallway, mate.
Practicing, mate.
Yeah, mate.
For when I propose to Demi
It's
in
not
another
happening.
16 years.
What's he practicing for? She's got no money left, but she keeps going out and buying all these fancy new china wares. New bins, mate. You got a whole new interior.
Yeah, we got no money, but we got a new interior.
Yeah, mate. I don't even know where you got the money to buy all that stuff.
See, these are Demi's finest plastic containers from the kitchen.
It looks like one of them's had a bit of spaghetti bowl in it at some stage.
We're going to have spaghetti bolognese for.
What are we doing? We're spreading them into different containers so we don't
Overdo it.
we don't want to put too much in one section, not enough in the other.
There you go, mate. That's exactly 33.3% per container.
They're dead even.
Yeah,
If we weighed them,
it'd be perfect.
I believe you.
Yeah,
That's the school teacher in you.
yeah, mate. I was
Formula this, formula that.
Formula
Pi/banana.
Pythagoras theorem times
mate.
pair.
There's no
minus
parallax error on them.
Nah, none of that.
Okay. Well, let's get into the rest of it. Bit of honey, mate.
So what's that second one? The first one's a
This
paint.
is activator, so it's 2-part epoxy.
Yeah, okay.
So they need to mix them together thoroughly, and then leave for I think it was 2 or 3 minutes,
Was it,
2 to 5.
I thought you said 20 minutes somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know, I'm just gonna go slow because they said don't power drill mix it. But if I just go nice and slow, tell me that ain't gonna mix.
No, it looks like it's mixing. So wait about 20 minutes for that to mix, set off, do its thing or whatever.
And duct and juice, whatever it is.
Now we get her in there and Berto starts rolling, and then once he starts rolling some patches, I start flicking some sparkles into her.
Been there, done that, messed around, I'm having fun, don't
I said what everyone was thinking.
put me down, I'll never let you sweep me off my feet. I won't let you in again, the messages I've tried to send, my information's just not going in. Burning bridges shore to shore.
Borska.
Let's go. We're epoxies.
Mate.
They're sparkly. I'm hot. I'm thirsty. How long that take? 3 hours.
But yeah, that's all it done. It's looking beautiful. We let Demi have a turn of the sparkles right here, and that didn't go well. So she was banned after that, but the rest is very nice and uniform.
Do you want to hear a descriptive word for that?
Well,
Dog shit.
yeah. And we should say too, so paint the shed floor. What's the purpose of painting a shed floor? Why do we do this?
Looks sick. Nah, protect concrete. Oil doesn't soak into it. It's easy to clean. I don't get dirty myself. There's heaps of reasons. It does look good.
Yeah, and then people are going to say, what do you have to say to everyone that says, good luck finding nut and bolt now that we covered it in sparkles?
I don't do enough work to find nuts and bolts, mate. I just get new ones out of the drawer.
That's all going to be the work for today.
Yeah.
I believe it's 24 to 48 hours till you can walk on it. And then I think it's 7 to 10 days till you can drive a vehicle on it. So we'll let that set for a couple of days and then we'll start probably loading a bit of basic tools and working out a bit of a plan and stuff like that. But we're coming up to Easter long weekend now, so that sort of works out good because I think you got 5 days off, don't you?
I'm going away.
Berto's going to Waddingans. He's got 5 days off, so then next week we can start actually moving all the cars in and big stuff and that.
You reckon this will come out before our Waddingans video?
No, it's come out after our Waddingans video.
Okay, well, in that case, you've just seen me smoke Tyler. Now I'm going to go smoke Alan, Kane, Sean, Marto. Mate, I'm going to smoke everyone.
There you go, one and done club coming
mate.
up.
My diff's blown up. I'm going to go fix that right now.
Yeah, Berto went to get Sunday night, went to get ice cream. Mate, what happened? Your rear diff blew up.
I fucking parked, started eating my ice cream, not a single noise on the way from there, nothing. And I'm like, whatever, I'll just eat it. Ate it, hop back in the car to leave. As I'm pulling out, there's like a dunk, 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 dunk. I'm like, what the F? Have I left something loose? Nah. So I pull over, have a look, nothing's loose, keep driving. I call Sean and I say, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just at the missus' house. And I was like, you might have to come get me. I think my rear diff's about to blow up. And then I drove over to your other shed.
The old house.
The old house.
Yeah.
And it's currently parked in there, so it's ready for me to fix it up in there.
All right, we're back again the next day. The paint's over there in the shed, obviously. It's pretty dry now. We had a bit of a walk across it. How's it looking?
Not how I wanted it, but it's good enough.
It's got a
There's
couple
a
of streaks.
couple of streaks in it.
Right.
I think it might have dried a little bit before I rolled the next section on, so it's left some marks, but it is what it is. It's going to be better than bare concrete, so
Yeah.
take some wins, take some losses, happens.
So we can walk on it now, we're good in that. But we're going to give it sort of the morning, hopefully get some sun in on it before we actually start moving a few things on it. We're definitely not putting cars or anything massive on it till next week, but we can start.
We're going to start carrying tables in that we can just place down rather than anything that rolls.
Yeah, so what do you got here, mate? We've got a few things to set up.
Well, my man Tyler's got me a couple of benches from SP, so these are going to be good. We've got a couple of benches already. By the time we bang these all in, make little workstations, we're going to have a pretty nice shed, mate.
How's that one look?
Looks like a bench to me, mate. Put stuff on top of it, work and that.
These are nice big stainless benches too.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they are.
And this one's got some drawers under it as well.
Oh yeah, cool.
I'm pretty sure we used to have a couple of these at the workshop and they were handy as. They were bloody beautiful. So I might find the instructions, put it together properly.
So that's those two big tables together. They do have benches to go in them, but that's just going to make them very heavy.
They got benches to go in.
Sorry, not benches, drawers. They got drawers to go in the benches. So I'll wait till we move them to the shed to put the drawers in, otherwise it's going to be very heavy to move. So the next thing we're doing, as you can see, we have a lot of grass here. We have 20,000 square meters and I currently only have a little push mower. So we've been looking online and going around a few shops and doing a bit of research. And we've got a mower that we're going to go buy. So we're going to go get that mower this morning. We're going to take the jack, the ute with the trailer. So we're going to get the mower, but they're just going to deliver it. We're just going to go pay for it and do all the paperwork, sort that out. And then we're going to go to the old shed and pick up a bunch of stuff to start bringing over here. So I went to the mower shop, bought the mower. That is getting delivered tomorrow, so I'll show you a little bit more about that when it turns up if you're interested in mowers at all. But we're back at the old shed now. It's an absolute mess in here, so there's going to be a fair bit of work to clear this out this week and next. We've got to move this chassis over and heaps of stuff. But it's just started pouring down rain, so that's not helpful for moving stuff over right now. So we're going to, I don't know, rearrange some stuff and hopefully it stops raining soon. And mate, what's this you got here? This is, yes?
Spinner. She lost all the teeth.
Hey, those teeth aren't looking too happy in there.
You know?
So you worked out, you chewed every single yeah, okay, one gear left on the pinion. So you changed that last night, mate.
Yeah.
We've just been tidying up, making a big pile of stuff, throwing out some stuff, but it's still raining, so it's back the trailer in and we'll load her up. So trailer's all loaded up. We're just turning up back at the new place. The ground is very wet at the moment, so we're going to dig it up getting over there, but is what it is. I'm getting a concrete slab laid in front of the shed and then a gravel driveway and all that in the coming months, so is what it is. We got to unload it. The people can now see on camera some of this streaky floor here. If you know how to paint a shed floor and not make it look like that, let us know. We'll do it better next time.
I reckon it started drying.
So anyways, we'll start unloading this first trailer load. All the camp gear is not going in this shed, so this shed's just going to be like tools and workspace only. So we'll start bringing stuff in, we'll sit it all in the center, and then we'll be able to start working out where we're going to set everything up on the walls and make it all look nice and that. Update, it's been a few hours. So we carried those shelves over from where we set them up and we went back to the old shed and got a couple of our big shelving units. We got the press and we got the welder, and obviously we've unpacked all our stuff here, so we're slowly setting things up as we go. So I decided that this shelf is going to be all our supplies, so like our coolants, our oils, what else is going on that?
This is literally just coolant, demineralised battery, radiator water.
Mate,
Stuff for that I normally get out of the tap.
Yeah.
We've got the real, actual in a bottle From Norway, mate. That's going to be better than what we've been using.
We don't actually need the tap demineralised water anymore.
No. So we've sold that. We had to pay a big subscription to get that. And now we got new ones.
So no one are helping us out with a bit of gear, which is awesome because it keeps our supplies up and keeps our vehicles on the road, which helps keep the content coming to you guys because we're not spending all our money putting all this stuff in our vehicles.
Plus, we're not spending 27 years driving to town and back.
Yeah, that's right, because we do a lot of trips to town.
And like what, we've got heavy duty, that's like heavy duty diesel coolant, normal coolant, water. This is our Barra high performance, high thickness oil. We have another one for, this is the Skoda, I think.
Jeep, maybe?
Jeep.
I think that's a Jeep oil.
That's our TDs. And this is another option for the Barra because with the issues we had a few options.
And then down here we got...
Diff oil.
So we'll keep setting up that shelf. There's heaps more to go on and we've got heaps of boxes here. And then that shelf over there is going to be like all our spare parts and, you know, parts for stuff we're about to do to vehicles and that. That's Shed Dreams right there.
Shed Dreams right here, mate. What do we got? So we've obviously got diff oils in bulk here, but for when we go away on the tracks, sometimes it's handy to have a squeezy. So these, you have a little nozzle, you get on the car, you squeeze them in. So we've got the range that we use, 80-90 mineral, 85-140 mineral, 75-90 full synthetic, and 80-140 full synthetic. Then we've got, you know, brake fluid. These are both .4, power steering fluid, extreme coolant flush, mass airflow cleaner, heavy duty engine treatment. We got shift you bastard, diesel fuel system cleaner, electrical contact cleaner, brake cleaner, degreaser, and white lithium grease. We've got wheel bearing grease as well. You know, these are a good size. You take them away, you do wheel bearings here, doesn't matter. They're, rather than having a big tub, mate.
So this will keep all our four-wheel drives, mate. Keep them pristine and on the road with oils, coolants, all the things you need.
Probably use all this in 6 months, no one does. Mate, I dream about a shed like this. Now here we are.
You made it.
Now look at a hoist. Mate, gone from a hoist and scraps to hoist and stuff in no time.
Right, you had nothing and now you're going to everything.
Next job, have a three tray tool cart. Finally got it out, mate.
You got there, mate.
Finally got it. I don't know, I'm just too excited. I can't fucking breathe properly.
You're gonna have a heart attack.
Get out of here. You get out of here.
How's that, mate? New trolley, just about built. It's looking good. Now, next job is we are going to get a nice like cabinet there to put all our random paint tins and all different stuff eventually. But for the moment, we just left that one which is already here. So we're going to stack that with like all these random tins that we have in there. Shelf stacked with all the random little bits and pieces, cans, paints, all that. There's a nice trolley thing, and now, yeah, we'll start moving this onto the shelf. So that's a few things on that shelf. We still do have more to come from the old shelf, but we'll just try and stack it by job. So that's some 80 stuff we gotta do, and that's some GQ stuff we gotta do. Swing around here to Birdo. Mate, what's going on here? And we should actually say, like this here, I don't think that's been on the channel yet.
Hasn't been on the channel, but if you've seen my car in the last video, which you would have, you've seen it's got roof sliders. It's made with this. So we've got Speedworks Type 1 bender. We've got the notcher and everything, so we can, you know, bend and notch and whatever, but we had this bolted to the floor in the old shed. We hadn't really used it much until it was time to go. But we realised it's not that good bolted to the ground. Mac and Seller has the same one. He had this printed out already that he made for himself. So this is like a dolly with wheels, so you can wheel this over to the corner when you're not using it, rather than it be like fixed and in the way all the time. And
that machine just allows us to do all our own bar work, so like roof sliders, rear scrubbies, front scrubbies. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff.
Well, I've already made front scrubbies for my car. First time ever trying, bing bang, they're on there, did all right.
And you're going to use that to make a tray for your new ute build? And
headboard, tray, sliders, scrubbies, tube rear guards, heaps of stuff. Heaps of stuff. Heaps of stuff, mate.
Heaps of stuff.
Heaps of stuff. It's paid for itself already, mate. We don't have bolts, but he said that things that wide that you don't have to have it bolted down. You just have the brakes on and whatever. Beautiful.
We got a bender on wheels.
It's slightly higher too, so that's like
Good height.
for me anyway.
Yeah.
I should have got slightly bigger wheels. Mate. But them wheels are soft touch. They don't ruin the floor. Don't leave marks.
That's what you want. We're getting there. Mate, it's nearly 5 o'clock, so
Yeah.
today's just about done. We'll keep going with some stuff tomorrow.
I haven't worked this late in a month.
Yes.
I'm going to have 5 days off over the weekend. And then have a 3-day week next weekend.
It's the next day. We got some sun today, which is nice, although they are saying it could be a bit more rain coming to Savo, but it'd be nice to dry all this out. And then, exciting news, our new mower's just turned up. Demi's on it, and she's about to have the first go and show us how to use it. I've never driven a zero turn, neither has Demi, but she's probably more likely to figure something out than me. We ended up going with a Cub Cadet. They're American made. They've Kawasaki motor on them. They're meant to be a pretty good ride-on mower. I got it for $8,650. Well, that'll keep her busy for a while. I'll wait for Berto to get back from the rubbish run, and he was grabbing a few things while he was out, and I think we're going to do a bit more shed setting up today.
Jane says, I'm done with Sergio. You treat me like a rag doll. She hides the television. Said I don't know him nothing.
A couple of hours later, Berto and I just went and got another big load of stuff from the old shed, and we're currently just trying to get it up to this shed, but as I said earlier, we need a driveway here because this is very squishy. You're stuck in the ruts now.
We're worse off, mate. We're worse off. I reckon that's all again.
That's it.
That's all again.
We're about 3 meters from the shed, so we're good.
What do we got here? Berto's spare collection of CVs. They're half Tyler's, half mine, but he never breaks any and I do, so they're mine.
They all want her to go.
Selling on you.
That's okay,
Yeah, I'm good to go there. Finally got a toolbox over here now. That's part of today's delivery. Show off our toolbox, mate. You know, the people want to see what tools we got.
Well, this mate, we got the full socket set, 3/4, half-inch, quarter, tape, knife, car builder's Stanley, mate. Deep sockets. What's in there? Deep sockets, just like it says, mate. We're not putting diesel fuel in this thing, you know, like ours, mate. We got Allen sockets, some other randoms, you know, pliers, that shifter's in the car. We've been undoing stuff. Boom, this is our measuring stuff. So we got a couple of things to measure, build pipes, some hole saws, die grinders, just sort of miscellaneous stuff, but it's all in one section. Spanners, boom. Full set, metric and imperial. Zip ties, you never have enough. I reckon we've got about 1,500 zip ties.
I'll drill for it.
Yeah, literally. You know, we got chisels, measuring tape, couple hammers, soft hammer, Stanley knife, miniature screwdrivers, boom, normal screwdrivers, Allen keys, Torx bits, picks, and then a little miniature bit set. Come down again, boom, SP brake line clamps, SP hose cutters, you get perfect cut, straight hoses, mate, every time. Oil filter wrench, gasket scrapers, seal remover, and some deburrers, mate. We got a lot of stuff.
We got a bit of stuff now.
Electrical drawer, so you know, we got a multimeter in here, SP test light, soldering iron, Deutsch plugs, more tape, Deutsch crimper, fancy, you can change the bits to different types of crimps. torque wrench, torque wrench, torque wrench, specialty socket, a couple pry bars, you know, the good stuff. They're hit throughs, you can hit them with a hammer. They're good, mate. And then down here we got miscellaneous. We got Big Daddy, vroom vroom, that's what I call that one. Little palm sander, a little orbital, hacksaw. Got some special tools like, you know, my snap-on wire insertion tool, staple gun, label maker, a couple of special made press tools, drill bits, you know, safety glasses. We've got all of our safeties in here. We got the lot, mate.
No, we got a bit of gear now, but I think that's probably going to be the next thing on the wish list for, you know, next year or so. We'll get a bigger toolbox, a big dog. We're sort of outgrowing this one.
Mate, get a cabinet,
yeah,
the whole thing, and we'll just put it right there where that table is, and that table can piss off over there. Imagine right where that window is, that whole wall, just a cabinet.
Just tools.
Like cabinet, 128-inch box thing, top, bottom, TV in there so I can watch myself when I'm working on cars. Also, when I don't know how to do something, I can get YouTube up on a big screen, mate.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Oh, shit. Shit. We got bogs, mate.
Going that way.
We got bogs.
Next big tool for the shed. What do we have there, mate? I've had this one for a couple of months, but I don't know if we've ever shown anyone on the episodes.
This is our, you know, it's a twin motor air compressor. We looked it up for the specs of it. It was the best flow for size, for weight, which is more than enough for what we do. And I think we're potentially going to make a little house outside for this. We've got it's not here, it's in the car. We've got a 15-metre hose reel. So mount this outside, have a hole to coming through, hose reel on the side of this so it folds flush, and it's 15 metres. So we're reaching every side of this shed from this one point.
This is our last big work tray. This is going to be the metal bench, this one. Yeah, we got this stainless cheap. This is one we've had for ages. And mate, first we've got to get it out of this bloody
No one cares, mate, sorry. No one cares, buddy. And then we slide it. Nearly took me out. Ooh, yeah, bastard. You'll be able to lift that up there.
This is our final big bench in. I actually got this cheap 18 months ago. It's an old stainless kitchen bench, but this will be our metalwork, drill work corner. So we got the bender there, and then we're going to set up the table with all our metalwork stuff.
Nah, put it right about in the middle.
Trailer's all unloaded. Now Berto's going to put this jack to work and get this thing out the trenches he's dug.
Click clack, seatbelts on, mate. This could get messy.
Mate, we're still a four-wheel drive channel.
I'll put it on snow mode.
Look at that, got it done. We're really going to have to get this gravel driveway sorted ASAP. So yeah, that concrete slab is 3 weeks away. We're going to fill that all with concrete there, so we've got a nice big slab in front of the shed. I would do all this too, but I'm not that rich at the moment, so I don't know, some sort of gravel driveway up to it.
I don't even think it spun that much. It spun a little bit at the start. And
Nah. So what'd you say, snow mode and rear locker?
Yeah, I was just bouncing through the ruts, mate.
Got it done.
Got it done. That's a bit of a mess, but...
We'll quickly show off too, mate, our metal workbench. What have we got? Obviously we've got Speedworks bender. This is for the air compressor there, which you're about to mount on the wall.
I'm going to mount on that post.
That post there. What else we got?
We've got a vise I've got to mount. Then we also have a drill press. You know, it's got a laser and everything. You can drill holes pretty accurately.
And then that thing there is a...
This is a drop saw for metal, not like a wooden one. So, you know, cut out lengths of pipe and random bits of metal. You've seen me use it on the channel a few times now.
So it's after the Easter long weekend and we're still moving more stuff over. So that was obviously Berto's GQ chassis ute that's over here now. I know you guys are very keen to see more content on that. So now that's here, we will be able to continue with that. And then him and Sean's here helping today, have just gone over and grabbed single cab body. So he's going to start some body work on that too. So we're going to pull it off there and just leave it there, but we're coming with a new plan. Sean and Berto are going to go get some more, unhook the jack, go get some more stuff from the shed. It's nice and sunny today, so all this is really drying out. And once this is dried out more, we're going to hook it up again, bring it in, unload it on the hoist, and then sit it on his chassis.
I'm going to start working on the ute so everyone can stop saying, hey,
how's your ute going?
how's the ute going?
Every time you see anyone.
No one asks how I'm going. I could be having a bad day. It's always, how's the ute going? Normally I'm having a bad day by the end of everyone asking
But
me how
next
the
time
ute's going.
people come up to him, ask him how
am I?
how am I? Not how.
Just the ute, mate.
People
The ute's fine. No one's touched it.
First job for the hoist, it's coming in use. So I lifted Berto's cab up off the trailer, and then we're going to drag this chassis over here and sit it back down on the chassis. What do you think about that, mate? She's back together, it's pretty much done.
I'm going to drive this up Farrell 3 tomorrow afternoon. Watch this space.
So that's the ute in, body on it. So Berto will be ready to continue working on that in the coming weeks. I think we're going to finish up that shed, first shed episode there. That's just, I think it's already a pretty long episode. So there'll be another one of these coming when we keep continuing building up all this area and fitting it all out. Fair bit in for now, mate. What do you reckon of your new workspace?
Yeah, it's not bad. Someone put a shit box in here. I'm not happy about it.
That thing.
The cabs are heavy.
The cabs are heavy.
Yeah.
Chassis's not bad. Put a cab on it.
Heavy. Zeph got this for Christmas last year, but we never really had enough space to drive it around. But now he's loving it. Drives it around the yard all day. You having fun?